Welcome back to the Division 2. In this video I want to talk to you about loot yet again because I strongly feel that it's getting worse and worse over time, and it's still doing that. I see comments all the time, people saying the enemies are hitting even harder. I haven't personally experienced that. It feels as though it's still pretty much the same as what it was before TU12. But that's just from my personal experience. But in terms of loot, I feel as though the loot's dropped off again. I'm seeing way more rainbows, I'm seeing really low percentages. And what I did was, I've run the summit on Legendary, I've done Legendary 10 directives, I've been doing loads of missions on Heroic. But what I did was also ran the summit on normal difficulty, because I just wanted to see the difference in how many high-end drops and how many purple drops that people are going to be, like, obviously it's all RNG. It's going to be a different experience for everyone, but I wanted to get like a rough estimate of how bad it actually is, because what they expect you to do on this game is level yourself up, go through gear score and everything. Then if you buy Warlord, you get to level 40, you start going through shade levels. And for a lot of people, especially solo players and stuff, they can't, like, and people that don't have a lot of time on their hands, they can't just go, oh, I'm going to run a heroic mission with really low stats and I'm going to blitz through it in 20 minutes, 15 minutes or whatever, sometimes even 10, depends on the mission and stuff. I'm going to absolutely breeze through it, get some really good gear, build up to like one of the best builds you can get in the game. It doesn't work like that, and through my testing on normal difficulty in the summit, it's an absolute horrible time. Just trying to, like, there's no stepping stones in this game, there never has been. But I really feel like this is mainly talk for if there is ever a Division 3, if there's RPG elements in Avatar and stuff. I'm really hoping that they get better with actually being able to help the new players get to where all the veterans are. And I'm not saying hand it to everyone on a plate. I'm saying just make it a little bit simpler to understand and a tiny bit easier than what it currently is, because you go into normal, I'd say the drops are roughly 50-50 between high ends and purples, so golds and purples, but the stats are absolutely terrible as well. So we'll say, because it wasn't dead 50-50, we'll say it was 60% purple, 40% gold. With that, players are going to try and get builds together, and you're never really going to get above, I'm going to say, like 33% on the bars for the stats. So you equip that into a full build that you spent a few hours trying to get together, then you try pushing up to hard. It's going to take you longer and longer for, like, mission completion, to complete missions and stuff in the game. This isn't just based on Summit, this is in general, and the loot outside of Summit doesn't seem to be much different at all in terms of how many purples and golds drop depending on difficulty. But you're going to build up from normal difficulty with a really bad, like, mixed purple and gold build, and you're going to go up to hard difficulty, and the missions are going to take a few minutes longer because your build is underpowered for that difficulty. And then what you're going to do from there is gather a few less purples. You might, by the end of hard difficulty, have a full gold build with terrible stats. You move up to challenging, and it's going to be the same thing over and over again. You're just going to have to keep going through longer mission completion times until you're getting good drops. And that's the whole point of this video, because the percentages on the stats of gear that's dropping at the moment are dreadfully low. I've seen my, like, all-time lowest percentages whilst playing stuff on normal difficulty just to, like, get through the manhunt and stuff. And I've seen Legendary dropping with terrible rolls as well. Like, I think Legendary should be way closer to, like, top-tier drops, but it just doesn't seem to be working like that at the moment. And they say they don't really mess around with the loot too often. I don't think they planned to do anything or had anything scheduled for TU12 at all. I can't remember the last time they did, but when they did mess around with the loot, we had amazing drops, all for about a day or two, then it went back to normal. But now it feels as though it's gradually dropping off again and getting worse and worse. So maybe system changes for future games and stuff, and make it more consistent depending on difficulty and everything, I don't know. But I just thought I'd bring it to your attention that I do feel the loot is getting worse yet again in this game. So many rainbows are dropping for me, it's unbelievable. But on that note, we're going to leave the video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments. Have you seen drops, like, with drastically worse stats than previously, like over the last, like, month or two? Are they getting worse for you? Let me know all of that good stuff down below, and I will see you in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed it.